Welcome back, everybody, to the Third Opinion Podcast, the Third Opinion radio program, the Third Opinion Podcast that plays on the radio.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Thank you, Robert, for being here this week. If you're watching the YouTube video, you see as to why I emphasize Robert. Robert's our special guest, although we've been talking about you probably since the beginning of the podcast.
I've heard several episodes of me.
We finally got you on as a guest.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Ethan left, but also unfortunately, Ethan's here.
Wait, Ethan's here? What?
Well, it's the ghost of Ethan.
Goodness, that scared me.
He's scared
I
as
did not know
half
he
to
was
death.
here.
He's a little sneaky boy. He popped right in. He's going to be having dinner. So you get to watch Ethan eat after 90 episodes.
Sounds about right.
If you want to watch
Close to
Ethan
it.
eat, let us know in the comments, or go to our YouTube channel, let us know in the comments, or you can go to the YouTube comments.
Or you can call Ethan directly.
Oh, there's the top of his head.
And his back.
And his back.
No.
So, Robert, thank you so much for finally being on the show.
Yep, thank
Sorry that you are not the special guest of the show, but you're the co-host this time.
That's fine. Okay.
But nevertheless, I am glad that you're here, and we're getting
Ethan
an
has
applause
found
from
the
Ethan
ketchup.
back from the ketchup. Even though he's gone, he's not gone. He's gone, but not forgotten. Anyway, this isn't about Ethan this week,
No, it isn't.
or any week after this, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Unless
Probably
he decides
not.
to show up to my house for some reason. We're playing D&D after this, which is why
Yeah, I'm so excited.
he's here. I'm
It'll be
excited
so
too.
much fun.
Um,
Even though I'm not technically feeling the best, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
you got a real fast bad boy illness.
Yeah, but we're doing okay as long as they don't turn too quickly. We're headache is just fine.
So, how have you been this past week, Monday to Monday?
Well, other than this Monday,
Other
I've
than
been doing
today's
pretty good.
fast illness.
Went and saw Gilligan's Island Saturday.
And you said it was really good.
Yes, it was amazing. Ethan was with me. He came with us
I'll have to
as
go
well.
see it Saturday then.
If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting
Go get
for?
them. They're
Yeah.
awesome. And yeah, it's a really fun show. Everyone did awesome.
That's good.
Warren Arts, Gilligan's Island, the
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah, me and Ethan have always been just a big proponent for Warren Arts. Like, they've always just done good shows.
Mm-hmm. I
So.
can't think of a bad show that they've done.
Same.
So
All the
It's
best
good
ones.
stuff.
All the best ones have had my boys in them, or my relatives. Because the Wizard of Oz, I really enjoyed the Wizard of Oz. It was a lot of fun.
The Wizard of Oz. Considering it was directed by
By children,
how old was Jana? 16?
17.
No, she's not
By
17.
youngsters. It was directed by youngsters.
Yeah,
and it's very impressive.
It was Jana, 17, 16.
Yeah.
Jana 16.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, and sound directors, everyone
Yeah,
under the age of 18. It was just
Pretty cool.
fantastic show.
it was very,
Good
very
stuff.
neat.
Glad we have this organization in Warren County now.
I'm glad that we finally have, and I think they mentioned this whenever they started, we have a performing arts studio here. Because we had, like, the Dance Academy, and the Park Theater was just getting back into the motions of being a theater, but we still didn't have a Cannon County Arts. We didn't have any, like, performing arts type
Well,
thing.
I guess you can consider Dream Reality kind of something like that, but
Yeah.
the thing about that is that Dream Reality really only does like 20 and under, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas Warren Art shows, unless it's the Thespian Society, of course, open for any ages.
Yeah.
And I think we've needed something like that. It's really,
It's a great outlet.
it is, yes.
It's a wonderful outlet. It gives Sophia and Cecilia, like, not that they don't have anything to do, but before, like, they didn't know what they were interested in or what they wanted to do.
Same thing.
Like, they wouldn't do, like, scouting or, like, going camping or anything. They wouldn't go to Boy Scouts. They wouldn't go, like, hang out at the pool or whatever. But they have tons of friends that are in performing arts.
My
And
nephew
Warren
is the
Arts all
same way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
What else have you been up to this past week besides getting here after I am here in the morning?
Well, I helped my parents pack and get ready to go camping for their 4th of July
Ooh,
their
fun.
week yesterday.
Oh, that is like in a couple days, isn't
Yeah,
it?
3 days.
Oh, my goodness
3 days.
gracious.
So
What are you doing for 4th of July?
probably going to be sitting on my butt playing games like I usually do.
Same, honestly.
And to be honest, the Morrison 4th of July celebration is literally like 100 feet
From your
from
house?
my house.
Nice.
So if I really wanted to go see it, I can just sit on my front porch and
And watch
there
it.
we
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
So
Let's see, the Civic Center. I don't know where they're doing the 4th of July this year. Because it's been at the Civic Center.
yeah, yeah, it's true. I don't.
Is it at the Civic Center? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So.
But yeah. What about you? What have you been up to this week?
Oh man. I mean, not much. It seems like not much. But helping my mama move from the big house to another smaller, nicer house. Large house moved to small house. My car, I hit a raccoon on the way home from D&D Thursday night. And then honestly, that's the worst part, poor raccoon. And I agree. That's the worst part. But whenever I tried to take the bumper, because I messed up the bumper on one side, on the right side of it, I was like, I'll just take it off and then order a new bumper and then put it on myself. It's actually not that hard to do if you know how to do stuff like that.
Yeah. I kind of think it's funny that both you and the boy over here have kind of fancy cars
and
that you've taken to the shop.
Yeah.
How many times since you've had it?
Since I've had it, I'll have had it 4 years, 3 years
and
in October.
With
your old beat up
1999 beat up Dinger. I've only had to take mine to the shop twice since my sophomore year of high school.
And that's been 20 years. 20 years ago.
Yes, it was.
That hasn't been 20 years ago.
It's been close enough to it.
It
I
seems like
graduated in 2009.
Grandpa over here. 10 years ago.
12 years ago.
12 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like the thing is it's a sports car. So
I graduated in 2009. Sophomore
Ignore the ghost, please. And you don't interrupt the program, mister. I can't record no more. Don't give me that.
Anyways.
If you're watching the video, you'll understand what's happening. So, yeah, I mean, the engine is what's fine with the car. But like the other stuff, like
the cosmetic
stuff never holds up in cars like that.
They don't make them like they used to, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, if you're talking like my car's a 2004 car, so I don't know how much more like they used to you could get. Like 90s, pre-2000s, I guess.
5 years older than yours.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
pre-2000s.
Well, the engine in yours like works just fine, and the engine in my car works just fine.
Even though the check engine light has popped up on mine.
For cars like that, you ignore it.
That's what I've been doing.
If it runs,
nothing bad's happened yet.
You replace the oil and you change your tires regularly, and you're going to have a car. And that's what I've been doing with mine. Mm-hmm. But like, you hit a raccoon 60 miles an hour on the highway. Oh, bumper's gone. Take the bumper off. All right, cool. But what I did was I locked the wheels too far to one side, and then I'm having some kind of like weird key authorization issue. So like it won't recognize the key now.
That's strange.
It's strange, and I think it's because I had the battery placed at AutoZone and not a Murfreesboro place or a Mercedes place. Because I should have gotten the battery placed at somewhere that could go through the computer and put in a new battery. Mm-hmm. So it's all to be like, hey, bring it to us, charge you $300 for a new battery, you can go home with your fancy sports car. Instead, it was $120 at AutoZone. I just got a new battery, put it in, and the car worked just fine. But now I'm like, after that, I had to replace like the key fobs batteries. Haven't had to before. Replace it after that, and then I had to replace them again like less than a year later. And so I think that was like a month ago, and then now I turned the wheel too far to one side, and I thought that it locked it up. I'm pretty sure it has. But when I put the key in, it doesn't make a buzzing noise. Oh my goodness gracious. It doesn't make a buzzing noise when you put the key in. Like it says that it recognizes it.
That is very
It's really weird.
Indeed.
So I'm going to get towed and sent to a foreign exotic car place that says they can try and fix it. So I'll have that done Wednesday.
Hope that goes well.
I hope it goes well too. After this, I'm going to talk to some people and see if they want to buy it from me. Because the engine is the best part. It have 125,000 miles and it works just fine. It's still a fun sports car engine from the mid-2000s. So,
got some exciting stuff coming out tomorrow, and by exciting stuff I mean
Spider-Man.
Far From Home.
I was gonna say Monster Hunter. That's like your big thing also.
That's not until September.
Oh, Spider-Man does come out tomorrow, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm so excited for that.
I'm excited for it too.
So is some other people. Because it's
gonna. Almost everybody is excited for it because it is the end of the Phase 3 Marvel movies. It is. Yeah, it is, because Endgame wasn't the last one. They're saying that this one's going to be the last one. Hey, I can't record no more. Mr. Guest.
Yep.
I'll call Kevin Feige and ask him. Could you imagine? I'll call him up right now and ask Kevin Feige. I don't know what he sounds like, or otherwise I do an impression of Kevin Feige.
Neither do I.
I have no idea what he sounds like. But I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a crazy movie for like the whole timeline stuff.
I mean, this brings the whole multiverse stuff into...
Yeah, it's going to be super interesting to see where they go with it after this. No in-game spoilers yet. We'll have a specific episode about in-game. Yeah. We'll have like a dozen of us talk about in-game.
But there's definitely going to be some things mentioned in Far From Home that if you haven't seen in-game, you might want to first.
You definitely want to first. Like even in the trailer of the most recent Far From Home trailer like spoils in-game completely.
Yeah, this is why at the very beginning you have Tom Holland in there telling you,
like, hey,
if you haven't
do
seen
not watch.
in-game,
If you've not watched in-game, do not watch this trailer. Go see in-game first.
It will spoil it.
Go spend the 3 hours and 3 minutes.
Even though
so the re-release is 3 hours and I think they added 10 minutes of footage.
Yeah, but so I did a little digging because
a little bit digging.
I don't mind spoilers.
Yeah,
usually, and the scene that they added doesn't really change much.
Okay, it's just like fun little extra tidbits.
Yeah, I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
because spoiler alert.
Yeah,
but give some backstory into a particular thing.
Neat.
So, yeah.
I mean, me and Trevor are going to go see it whenever it comes out again.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
There's no point not to. So I have seen in-game twice. I think Trevor saw it like 6 or 7 times, maybe.
Yeah. Didn't he go see Spider-Verse that many times too?
I think so. I think Spider-Verse is his favorite Spider-Man movie.
It's on Netflix now.
It is on Netflix now, so I get to watch it at my house finally.
It's a great movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that there was supposed to be a Tom Holland cameo in there that was cut.
I don't see how they would have fit it in because the film's already really good.
Yeah.
It would have been neat, but I just don't see how they would have put it in there. It's a good movie.
Whenever I saw the pig, all I could think about was Spider Pig from the Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything else but that. It was
very silly. That surprised me whenever it happened because Trevor had already seen it I think twice by the time that I watched it with him, and it got to like the part where they introduced the other Spider-Verse characters, and I was like, "Whoa, there's other people!" And he's like, "And that's why I love this movie, amongst other things." And I'm like, "Of course, Trevor is so good."
Whenever I was watching that movie for the first time, I thought that Gwen was bad.
Yeah, I can see how. She like came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey!"
And like you saw her at the building that they broken into to get the chip or whatever it was.
Whatever it was, yeah.
And it's like, oh no.
Gwen's a bad guy.
But then she comes back and saves his life afterwards.
And he's a good guy. Yeah, I'm inspired for Spider-Verse too.
Yep.
The soundtrack was great also.
Oh yeah,
it was a really good soundtrack.
Anyways, it is time for me to go. Stop.
Yes, it is. We're going ahead and do a little cut right here, and we'll come right back with more podcast. And then here's the cut back to the show. Welcome back from the break. For you, it was like a second, maybe, and for us, it was like a couple-minute intermission. So it's the intermission in between acts of the play. So how often? I know Ethan, not like often, but enough, has gone to the Tennessee Performing Arts Center in Nashville. One time, okay, cool. I've been like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, I've been a lot more.
Recently. A lot more. Oh, yeah. It's such a wonderful experience.
Oh yeah, that it is.
It's the greatest. It's like an actual giant like hall where.
And then of course, don't forget you have the Tennessee History Museum,
which I haven't been to.
Or something. Yeah, it's like the Tennessee Natural History Museum or something like that. Right beneath it.
I have no idea.
That's a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that big, but it's.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun to go watch.
Going to Nashville to go to shows and stuff like that is always just like a fun treat.
I'm kind of upset because Friday was Weird Al.
Oh yeah. Trevor mentioned that.
Trevor had gone to go see.
Yeah.
Trevor and Dalton.
Yeah.
Had gone to go see that.
Oh man.
I didn't find out until after
they get back.
I was at Applebee's after we'd gone to go see Gilligan's Island.
Mm-hmm.
With the cast of the show because fun stuff, and I saw the picture on Facebook. It's like, wait, Weird Al was tonight? What?
Weird Al was tonight. He mentioned it, and I was like, "Ooh, fun!" And I haven't heard anything about it since then.
And then Sammy had asked me, "Well, if you'd known before, would you have gone?" I was like, "No, probably not."
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was still wanting to go.
It would be fun. I want to see just everybody live that I possibly can. Like,
I believe I've only seen 2 live shows that I can think of well-known groups.
Yes.
And that was Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Ooh, fun.
Which I'm kind of upset with them because they haven't been back to Nashville.
Yeah.
I did the back 3. Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
mm-hmm.
great shows. They're just as much good for the ears as they are for the eyes because they have light shows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a good performance.
It's pretty fun.
Mannheim Steamroller.
Neat.
At TPAC, actually. That was a fantastic show. And AFI.
Neat.
Yeah. That place was hard to find. Especially because downtown Nashville, in case you haven't been, traffic.
Yeah.
Upon traffic.
Traffic upon traffic. And what I think is really silly now about downtown Nashville is that they're trying to turn it into like a New York, Los Angeles hybrid type thing.
Yeah, no.
You know what? We'll let everybody walk wherever they want to. And it's like, you can't do that. There's too much car traffic.
Not without a good transit system.
Yeah, they need to get
that's what they've been trying to do for the longest time, but they haven't had the backing to get it passed. Like, they tried last judicial season or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But we all know where that went. Of course.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Of course, the things like that, they don't really bother us little town people.
Yeah, us little town folk, not really a big issue for us. But it's like whenever you do go, it's like, man, this is really aggravating. I wish that whatever that thing was passed. That'd be nice.
And another thing, parking.
It's the worst. There's
hardly any parking in downtown Nashville anymore. And if you do find some, it's valet.
Yeah. You have to the aggravating part is that, so we went to, I can't think of the name of that place where performances happen. If only someone was here that might know.
Oh, you mean the Tennessee Performing Arts Center?
No, the other good one. Ethan, do you know what it's called? like the actual hall where they, huh? No, not the Bridgestone Arena.
Ryman?
The Nissan Arena. Not the Ryman either. The other one. The really good one that's like a concert hall where the Nashville Symphony Orchestra plays. The Schermerhorn. Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
The Schermerhorn. What we usually do is we park probably a mile away and then walk there because Trevor and Andrew's dad, we know where to get a decent parking spot usually.
Yeah. I will say though, TPAC probably has the easiest of it. There is a parking garage right across the street.
Yeah.
From TPAC, if you're not doing valet.
Yes.
Which, if you really think about it, is not that bad, especially if it's pouring rain or anything like that. You have them go get your car so you don't get wet.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
But yeah, going to any kind of performance stuff in Nashville is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of judicial stuff, aren't you glad that the county wheel tax didn't pass?
Yeah, but.
Yes, but. And that's what everyone has said is yes, comma,
property
but.
Taxes.
Yes. So, which is worse? You feel like everyone take the.
I honestly think property tax is worse. I might be wrong.
The property tax seems like it would be worse.
It does on paper. It does seem like it would, but maybe I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not that well versed in economics.
I'm not either.
Anything like that.
Mr. Economics isn't playing with us tonight, but adjust glasses.
You want to know who someone who is good at economics is? Mr. Haley.
Yeah, he is.
Well, at least.
I haven't heard him say anything about it. I haven't talked to him about it, though.
I had him for economics in high school.
Pretty fun. He's a good teacher from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's a mess. Because Dalton was like, worst idea I've ever heard is for that to pass. And then, once he read more about it and heard more about it from some of the commissioners, he's like, you know what? It's not a bad thing if that passes. And then he pulled a complete, a whole 180 on whether or not if he was okay with it passing or not.
So he did a Mitt Romney. Flip floppity.
Here's the political part of the program. Yes,
we have
sure.
turned into left, right, and center.
We have turned left, right, and center.
Please no.
We don't have 53 minutes to talk about politics.
Yeah.
And this also isn't Saturday either.
That's true.
But yeah, he pulled a 180. So my grandma thought it would have been a good idea from the beginning, and I'm like, I don't know much about it.
What would have been a good idea from the beginning? Not misallocating funds.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
That would have been a great idea.
But no.
We're not in charge, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately, indeed.
And that's why you vote for me. Could you imagine this is my announcement that we're going to run for county commission?
Oh, boy.
I never in a million years. I'll go ahead and say that.
All I'm saying is, thank goodness you're not in my district.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying on that.
Yeah. But it's a mess.
So, I'm excited because in 13 days, Midsummer Night's Dream auditions are happening.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. What I'm not excited about, we're not doing the modernized language.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, so it's going to be all Old English, the way Shakespeare wrote it. And I've been told that they would prefer not to have a British accent on that. So it's going to be regular American speak Shakespeare.
Regular Southern speak Shakespeare. My favorite kind.
It depends on who gets cast.
All right, here for the last few minutes of the show, here's the live reading from the script with the actor Robert Elam and the actor known playwright Elisha Hunt, and we're reading the script for you. Well, howdy, ma'am.
And here, I thought you were serious.
No, I'm not serious. Welcome to episode 89 of the podcast. Elisha Gets Serious. That's the name of the title.
I actually do have the script.
Howdy. May I read some of it?
Yes, you may.
I just want to read some of it in that.
It's, oh, man. Yeah.
All right, here you go. Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. There you go. Here's your phone back. Thank you.
Oh, man, that was...
Actually, you know what? Whoever's directing it, I'm talking to you directly. Let me adjust the microphone real fast.
I know who's directing it.
You don't have to get their name. That's fine. Get me on there. That way I can do it in a southern accent, please. Okay.
Well,
back to the show.
You have to audition first.
I don't even need to audition. I'm gonna walk up there. I'm gonna walk up there and be like,
"Oh man!"
I tip my cowboy hat. Howdy, and then I read the script, and then they're like, "All right, well, can you play every character by chance?" Do you have like a free few to audition so you can play every character, Elisha? Known playwright Elisha Hunt.
Oh, so you're a playwright yourself?
Why, yes, I am.
Name me some of your plays. I might look at.
Well, name me one right now. Have you ever heard the line from the play? Well, you know when you hear the lines. I must confess that I have heard so much. I don't want to read anymore. It's boring, actually. I'm sure it'll be good when people read it for acting.
That was from Midsummer's Night Dream.
I know.
By Shakespeare.
I don't know who Shakespeare is. I've never heard of him.
Oh,
he's never heard of me.
No, he hasn't, because he's dead.
For he is dead. Well, I also don't. I think I've been going for like 25, 26 minutes. We'll go for a few more, and I'll just. That's me. Here's my impression of me editing. Here's the editing cue, not showing you a picture, and then here's me taking the parts that we don't need out. So, anything else you want to talk about in the final minutes of the podcast? Play any fun games recently?
Yes, actually.
Let's hear
the
it.
boy here introduced
here
me into a game called Slay the Spire.
Ooh, you mentioned that to me
on the Switch.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game. I've already gotten farther than him.
Yeah. What's it about?
Well, it's essentially a card building roguelike.
Neato.
Essentially, although it's more of the card building than it is a roguelike. But it has features of both. Essentially, you start off with a set amount of cards, and as you progress through the game levels, you get for every combat you do, you get to add more cards to your deck. And 3 different characters you can choose from. You have to unlock them, of course.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite being the Defect, or the Defect, or whatever. He's kind of hard to play, but he's the one that I've beaten the game with, or at least beaten the levels with. It's a lot of repetition, because it only has 3 levels, but you get through these Ascension every time you beat the 3rd boss.
Yeah.
And what that does is it makes more elite monsters spawn, so it makes the game harder and harder.
Neat.
As you go
pretty
on.
neat.
And it's pretty fun.
It sounds pretty neat.
Gotten back into playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate again.
Hello, special guest Andrew.
Hey, I'm here now. Yeah,
Hi.
I got your Slack notification.
Thank you.
Supposed to be heard by now. Here we go. I'm sorry.
And then there was the Monster Hunter Iceborne demo or
Neato.
beta, which is actually, I think it ends today actually. But it's fun. Got some
Pretty
old
fun.
staple monsters coming back into the game, so I'm excited for it.
I was watching what's the most recent Monster Hunter game? Monster Hunter
World.
I was watching someone play it, and I'm like, man, that looks like a lot of fun, actually.
It is.
I'm not really into games like that.
Yeah, it's fair.
But it looked neat. It looked intriguing at the very least. So I might try that out whenever I get a chance.
I'm just going to say, if you do pick up World, it is unlike anything you've ever, well, of course, you're not experienced with any of the previous games, so it'll just be like a new game to you.
Yeah.
But for those of us who are veterans of the Monster Hunter series, it was completely different. It changed up so many things and added a lot of quality of life stuff and other things.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was been a fun experience playing that.
It's pretty fun.
Yep. So.
And I've played through Metro Exodus for the 3rd time. So no new game for me. I'm playing Frenzy mode on Insurgency Sandstorm. A lot of fun, really hard. It's like zombie mode, but like zombie mode, 1 or 2 challenge, Frenzy, 10 challenge.
Goodness.
And if you have like a team of like a dozen guys, you're not guaranteed to win.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun. It's really hard. I have videos on my personal channel. I might link them. So
interesting.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Robert, for being this week rotation co-host.
No, thank you for having me.
We'll see who's
been fun.
Thank you for being here. We'll see who's on next week. Who knows who it's going to be? Not me. So we will see you guys Tuesdays at 3 and Fridays at 5 on WCPI 91.3 FM, our radio station, the radio station. And we'll see you guys on our YouTube channel, Third Opinion Media.
Could you... Oh, I didn't hear. What radio station?
WCPI 91.3 FM.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The voice of the Highland Rim.
Tell about the Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon yet. We probably won't have a Patreon yet either. So,
what about a GoFundMe?
GoFundMe. Find Elisha a new guest, permanent one. A permanent new guest. Alrighty. See you guys next week.